Hi guys, welcome to the Heating Baking Soda Pre-Lab. You should have your lab sheet in front of you. It says the objective is to determine the type of change that occurs when baking soda is heated. So the baking soda is in here in a test tube. See it? You're going to get about a ½ centimeter height of baking soda. It's white powder. Baking soda is actually a compound, a pure substance. And you're going to put that in your large test tube, get a pegboard set up, clamp this with a large clamp into place at a 45-degree angle. Use a fire stand to support the bottom. Get yourself one of the small alcohol burners. Put it right down there. You're going to need one of these plastic tubs filled halfway with water. And then you're going to need one of these doohickeys. This doohickey is called a gas trap apparatus. It's got 3 parts. It has a stopper, a black stopper with a hole in the middle. See the hole? And through that hole is a glass bend, and then attached to the glass bend is some nice black rubber tubing. And what this is for is setting up a gas trap, which is also what this tub is for. A gas trap, not surprisingly, is designed to trap gases. This is something we'll use a lot in this class. We will hook up a gas trap to pretty much anything that we chemically react or try to react chemically, or if we're turning something to a gas. So we're doing some kind of change we're going to cause to happen here with this test tube. So we want to collect any gas that's created. And we could create a gas from a chemical change or a physical change, depending. So whatever that gas is that we get, we want to collect it. So how do we do that? Well, we stick the gas trap apparatus in here. And that way any gas that's created is going to come up through this tube into the rubber tubing. And then what we need is a glass jar, ta-da, filled all the way to the top with water. In fact, it's good if you have a little lip of water. My lip is kind of fallen off, but you want yours to be there. And then you take one of these little glass plates, it's called a watch glass, and use it kind of like put the contact lens concave side down, like that. So you make a good seal so there's no air in there. And then you just flip this over into your tub. And once it's under the water level, you can remove the lid and the water will stay in there. So what you have is a completely filled jar of water inverted into a ½ a tub full of water. And then you want to snake your gas trap tube up to the top of your gas trap jar. And you got to do that without bringing the mouth of the jar above the water line, because if you bring it above the water line, all your water is going to come spilling out. It's going to annoy you. There we go. This is called a gas trap. Now, take a minute, and if you need to, you can pause, but under your, skip hypothesis for now, under your materials list, mark down what you have. You've got a plastic tub, you have a glass gas trap jar, you have a gas trap apparatus, which is 3 parts, the stopper, the glass bend, and the rubber tubing. You have a fire stand, you have an alcohol burner, you have a large test tube, a clamp, large clamp, and a pegboard. And you can rewind that as many times as you need to so you can label all those things. But take a minute and really draw this carefully. Remember, drawing's a skill, guys. So don't rush, sketch, make it, fit the space that I gave you at the bottom of the page. And make your labels horizontal, meaning your words should be horizontal. They should be, left to right, not up and down, not on a slant. Draw arrows to point to your words from wherever you need them to go. Once you have that drawn, the next thing you want to do is make a prediction under the hypothesis section. When we light the alcohol burner and let this go for about 10 minutes, what kind of change do you expect in the baking soda? And your choices are chemical or physical. Or I suppose you could guess both if you wanted to. What do you think is going to happen to that baking soda? So picture it in your mind. When you heat things, there's a lot of different possibilities. You don't have to be right. You're making an educated guess here. It's not necessarily going to be accurate. But think about what baking soda is used for. It's right in the name. Oh, on camera it looks like backwards. But baking soda is used for baking. There's a reason for that. What does baking soda help things do? So ask yourself, what do you expect baking soda to do when it's been heated for 15 minutes. After we're done heating it, we're going to test out some of the chemical and physical properties of the results and see, do we have a new substance or do we not? So we will have trapped a gas in here, probably. That's why I had you hook it up, right? We'll try and figure out what gas that is. Is it baking soda gas or is it some new substance? We will have possibly some changes in here. Maybe it'll turn to a liquid, maybe it'll turn to a gas, maybe, you know, this will all go wind up in here, who knows? Or maybe you're predicting a chemical change. Maybe you think the color's gonna change and you're gonna smell and stuff like that. It doesn't matter what you think, but take a few minutes and write down your hypothesis and don't forget a rationale. If you can, try and put this in if-then format. I know this is difficult for you guys, so if you really are stuck and you can't make it if-then for yourself, then don't do that. Don't make yourself too crazy. But if you think you can do it, try it out. Do it in pencil. Oh, sorry, excuse me. Do it in pencil, and that way, if there's major problems with it, I can help you fix it before it becomes sort of permanent on your paper. So that's all you need is the drawing, materials drawing. That's this stuff nicely labeled, and your hypothesis. And then what I would do if I were you is I'd flip to the next page and read through the lab instructions, and then look at the data tables. And then the last 2 pages are how you're going to be graded. So you might as well take a look at that. It says assessment, explains how you're graded, and then on the back there's actually a rubric. So there's lots of information for you. And I will see you in class very, very soon. Have fun.